Welcome back everyone. So today we are going to be finishing up Warrior Within, and all we need to do right now is just to go into that final room and fight the final boss. And the way the game decides which final boss you fight is actually dependent on which sword that you carry with you into that room. So if you pick up this water sword over here, then it will give you one final boss to fight. And if you go in with the scorpion sword that we've been using up to this point, you'll fight another one. So what I'll do today is just to go in first with the scorpion sword. After we do that one, we'll come back out, we'll pick up the water sword, and we'll fight the other final boss and get the true ending there.
It doesn't have to end this way. Come with me, into the present.
So you can kill me in your own time instead of mine? I'm sorry, Prince, but only one of us can cheat fate today.
Kalina, Empress, listen!
No! You listen! The timeline has said you will kill me, but I will change the timeline!
And this is basically our plan B coming into fruition. We have successfully pushed Kairina into our own timeline. And if we find her and kill her here, then the sands of time will still be created, but they will be created after the Maharaja visiting the island. So that way there will be no sand in the hourglass, and that way when the prince goes to India in the previous game, there would be no sands of time for him to release. And hopefully then the Haka will be pacified. And this is just a cool little jump you can do so you don't have to fall down on the water. And one thing I should also mention is that if you die in this final fight, you will actually lose your secondary weapon when you respawn. And I don't know if that's just specific to this weapon because it's unique, or if it has something to do with running the game at 60 frames per second as opposed to the 30, like how the developers intended it when it first came out. But either way, this is one of the final bosses that we can fight.
I know what you've seen, what you think you've seen in the timeline.
Then you know I have no choice.
There is always a choice, Kailina.
Then I choose to live. And for you to die.
We want to dodge the moment we start the fight, otherwise she can just completely catch you off guard. And this is basically the same fight as how we fought her the first time, except this time she has two differences. One is that she has access to her own version of timeline, not timeline, or her own version of slow time, like how she just did. And you need to wait for like the trigger for the slow time to finish before responding with your own. Otherwise you can tap the button all you want and it wouldn't work.
Don't you see? We can change our fate. This isn't what happened the first time we fought.
The first time?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. If you just let me explain.
No more words, Prince. If you've only things to say and nothing to show, then let us finish this.
I'm sorry.
And this is the second difference. When she goes into like this invincible phase, instead of calling out the royal guards like she did the first time, she's going to summon these tornadoes. Well, I guess these are more like twisters. But because we are not in the throne room anymore, so there are no more royal guards for her to summon. So she has swapped out the royal guards for these twisters that she's doing. And these twisters are actually a lot more dangerous than the royal guards, because the way the hit rate of these things work is that they're basically like the spiky rolling pins. And that means if you get caught in 3 of them, then the 3 of them will just combo you to death instantly. And once she's done with the twister, she's going to come down, and every time she comes down, she's always going to start with a slow time. So you just need to make sure you are ready to respond with your own. And one of the main things that can kill you in this fight is just trying to get too greedy and trying to do too much damage to her. So you want to kind of just peel off. Oh.
Why do you bother?
And you kind of just want to peel off every time you are finished with your combo. That way you don't just try to hit her during her defense and get countered that way. Because you have to keep in mind you need to save some of your sands to counter her own slow time. So you can just go all out on your offense. So like this, you want to peel off, and she's invulnerable anyway. And these twisters are really difficult to see where they are coming from. So like right now I can track 2 of them, and the moment they split apart, then it's impossible to track all 3 at once. So just let her come down and let her initiate the slow time, and don't try to be too greedy. And then once your slow time is about to run out, just peel off, because she's going to raise her defenses.
You aren't worth
And
my
every
time.
time she breaks your defenses, just run away. Yeah, so run away.
I can see the future. I will kill you!
I do not want to hurt you, Kylina, but I cannot allow that to happen.
So there should be one last set of twisters, and after that we'll just be fighting to the death. Oh, almost walked right into that one. Is she coming down? Oh, there we go.
I'm sorry. If only it didn't have to end this way.
You've saved yourself, it seems, my prince.
But still I become the sands. There will be others like the Maharaja, braggarts and fools who will quest for the sands and find them. My vengeance will be unleashed once more on your world.
No, no! How is this possible? The sands are here in the present, not in the hourglass! It is the sands that should no longer exist in the timeline. The Dahaka is doing its job. Not only have I saved myself, I have eliminated the sands of time. What? What do you want? The amulet. The last relic of the sands of time. Can it be? I have changed my fate. Soon I will be home. What have I done?
Yeah, so that's one version of the two endings. That's actually the bad ending. And right now we're just going to be going back in. We're going to pick up the water sword and we are going to get the true ending for the game.
Good. This should make things easier.
So the water sword kind of just works mechanically like the scorpion sword. I think they have identical stats, they have the same attacks and everything. The only difference is that the water sword unlocks the final true ending of the game. And I don't think this cutscene is skippable. Yeah, I can't skip this cutscene. We'll have to sit through it again.
It doesn't have to end this way. Come with me. Into the present.
So you can kill me in your own time instead of mine? I'm sorry, Prince, but only one of us can cheat fate today.
Kalina, Empress, listen!
No! You listen! The timeline has said you will kill me, but I will change the timeline!
Oh, and one thing I forgot to show off a little bit earlier is that this pathway is actually blocked now, so you can't go back out to pick up whatever you've left behind. And while we make our way back to the final arena, just some overall thoughts on this game. I like how they made the combat a little bit more crisp and dynamic, but I also don't really understand why they got rid of a lot of the cool puzzles from the previous game. And I think in general the puzzles in Ubisoft games are kind of like their crown jewels, and getting rid of them for like a better combat version doesn't seem really worth it. But the level design I really like, especially like the contrast between the past and the present, and the garden and the clock tower especially, they all have their own unique vibes to it, so that I really like. And then some of the other biomes are kind of whatever. The prison, I think I can live without it. And after all that said, we are at the final arena once again.
I know what you've seen, what you think.
Oh, and I really like this
timeline.
platform as well, like this whole section connecting to the mast.
Choice.
There is always a choice, Kylina.
Then I choose to live, and for you to die.
Stand down! I do not want to kill you!
Even if you don't want to kill me, you will. The timeline demands it.
No, Kylina, you can change your fate. I have done so. A terrible beast was destined to take my life, but I have freed myself from...
What is that
No!
thing?
How is this possible? I've stopped Kylina from dying in the past. There are no sands in the hourglass. It is Kylina who does not belong in this timeline. The beast is after her now. In bringing her here, I have sentenced her to death. This is all your fault! Could this be? This sword, it seems to protect me from the Dahaka. Perhaps the beast is not so invincible after all.
Yeah, and after the whole game of dodging, running around, running away from the Dahaka, we finally get to kill it. And this is, I think, the easier of the two final bosses, just because you can just keep doing this kind of cheese. You can just keep running around and just keep dodging his attacks, and just like that, I think almost like 60% of his health is gone already. But if you try to fight him head on, he's going to be really difficult. So if I try to... oh, never mind. Yeah, and once you bring his health down to a certain percentage, Kylina will fire that kind of... what is it called? Kind of the energy wave? I don't remember. It's a Street Fighter move, I just don't remember what it is called. But yeah, she's going to do that energy wave, and they'll knock the Dahaka to the ledge of the platform. And if you are fast enough, you can actually kill him in one cycle. So the tentacles are one of the hallmarks of the Dahaka, so he's going to be using that in the fight as well. Oh. And I think he has another one where it penetrates the ground. Just try to get him to do it. Dodge. Oh, I have to watch out I don't die though. Oh, no, don't roll towards him. I don't think he's doing it. Oh, there we go. Oh, never mind. He was about to do it. Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's done. That's done. But yeah, if that's basically all his moveset. Oh. And if you want to make this even easier, you can actually hit your slow time. And because Kylina is with you in this fight, you will just get an endless supply of the sense of time. So you can just hit him a bunch, then you can peel off, and then you can go collect even more sands. And this is one of the fights where the super speed actually will come in handy. So let me pick up some more sand and try to show it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Is he supposed to only do 3? Oh. Yeah, so the activation works the same way as the Mega Freeze from the previous game. But this time, as opposed to making all enemies killable in 2 hits, it makes you go super fast. Oh wow. Wait, what? Alright, whatever. I didn't get to showcase losing the secondary weapon then. And yeah, if you look at my offhand, the other weapon is gone. So I don't know if that's just unique to that other weapon, or if it's something that has to do with running the game at 60 frames per second. But yeah, just like we've showcased the entire fight already, so I'm just gonna complete it real quick, and we'll move right on to the ending. And if you are quick enough, you can actually just come in and kill him in one cycle. Just like that, he's dead.
vessel. Together we left the island. And together we returned to Babylon.
All that is yours is rightfully mine. And mine it will be.
Your journey will not end well. You cannot change your fate. No man can.
that is Warrior Within. And it looks like we have a new villain when we go back to Babylon. So I'm going to be taking the rest of the week off like last time. Come back next Monday, and next Monday we'll see what is happening in Babylon. It looks like the whole place is on fire. So I'll see you guys next Monday. Thank you everybody for watching, and have a good week. Have a good rest of the week.